two are back, and I think I know why. You came here on a before your vows. I peeped an issue you said it wasn't really one,
Right.
but now I think it rose up to haunt you. So based upon the fact that you didn't say there was a problem, I said this, but now the problem you said wasn't is, and I may say something else. Let's see what I said the first time. You got a great woman here.
Yes,
Keep her, love her, take care of her. You got a great man here. Keep him, love him, take care of him, and when you get out of here, you take this license and marry him. This matter is adjourned. We're gonna talk about that problem I peeped that you said wasn't a problem. But I'm gonna start with you, Mr. Lee. Why don't you tell me what you think the problem is?
When we left the show the last time, I thought things would get better. We left saying that we would take care of each other's needs and wants. I did just that. I worked on being a provider. I prepared myself to be a husband. I got a house built for her, bought her a car, got my mind right, and it all just backfired. Even less time we spend together, less time that we see each other, less of everything, less of love making, just less of Tavares. And all I wanted was more, to provide a family, a home, to be able to be the husband that you wanted me to be. I did all that.
One thing that I do know, it's not the house that you build, it's not the cars that you drive, it's not the money that you make, it's the person that you are. It's how you operate within your situation that makes you and your family what it is, in my personal opinion. I'm not saying that he wrong, I'm not saying that he wrong for doing that. Like, every man, I feel like every man want to get out there and go provide and go build their wife a house or go buy her an exotic car, some 27 bags or something like that. Everybody want to do that, but at the core, in the core of all that, bro, like, you still gotta be attached to the core. I'm not saying that he ain't. I'm not saying that he ain't. I'm just giving y'all my point of view on the monetary situation.
And still, I get less.
Ms. Russ, what do you have to say about that?
Well, Judge Tyler, it is good seeing you got upgraded on your set. As far as less is concerned, I don't believe that there's less. There is less as far as we don't spend no time, because his off days are my busy days when it comes to that. As far as him providing for me, we've provided for each other. He's upgraded, he's stepped his game up, he's more, his profession has changed, I've elevated in my clientele as far as my profession has changed. But when it comes to being a provider, we've both been a provider. I work just as hard as he do.
That's wonderful. To me, both people on the come up is a wonderful thing. You're talking about, he's not saying he's doing more than you. He's saying, I've upped my game, I've bought the house, I want her to move in with me, but she doesn't seem interested. That's what he's saying.
It was never that I was never interested. We talked about building a home together from day one. But building a home together was about building a home with us too, not me, him, and another person.
So here we go. There's the issue. Who's that other person?
I guess his homeboy.
I guess his homeboy. Now, see, last time I talked to you, and I asked you straight out, do you think that he may be gay? And you wished and you washed, and you finally let it go. So I figured, okay, that's not a problem. But it is a problem, is it not?
Yes, it's a problem.
Tell me what the problem is.
Well, Tyrese just seems to love people.
See, you're wishing and washing on me again.
I can only tell you, Judge Tyler, what he tells me.
What has he told you?
What do you believe? It ain't about what he tell you. It's up, man. Listen, if y'all don't get one thing from this channel, you get this. You can tell, man, I can tell you 1,000 things. I can tell you you the most beautiful girl I'd have never seen in my life. I can tell you that I want to spend the rest of my life with you until I get my old hunchback from scoliosis. I can tell you that I got $1 million mansion down there in goddamn Calabasas somewhere, and your name is engraved into the pillows, and I can't wait for you to come stay. I can tell you all of that. But until you show it or get the action behind it, man, don't none of that mean nothing. That means nothing, bro. Nothing.
He said, I just love people.
Mr. Lee, why do you think she won't marry you?
The reason why Tavares won't marry me, because She liked to provide for her family more than she liked to provide for her man.
Are you very involved with your family, so much so that you can't create a life with Mr. Lee?
I am extremely involved with my family. That I would not deny. Because, for one, I didn't have a family to be involved with. So me.
Man, hold up. Before we go any further, bro, I got to go ahead and throw it out there. I got to be under the assumption, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. Whatever your preference is your preference. This is 2024. But me personally, if somebody, he didn't deny it. He didn't deny it. I'm thinking that you would deny if somebody said that about yeah, that's going to be one.
Me helping my family over the last 4 years is because I didn't want to see them stranded out on the streets. So if I'm in a position to help them better their lives instead of seeing them behind jail somewhere, then I'm going to do that. But I have been there for Tyrese. When Tyrese needs me to cook, clean, I was there for him. When he wants, when there was a little lack on the loving, I picked the loving up. But I can't pick the loving up if he ain't stepping up to the plate and providing for me mentally, emotionally, and sexually. He giving all that attention to somebody else.
And that's the problem.
That is the problem. They say a good man is very hard to find. I'm not saying that he's not a good man. You know, he has a great job, good credit, and you know that is rare. You know what I'm saying? But it's attracting to both sexes.
Right.
And what he needs to figure out is which side he want to play on.
And there it is.
I ain't got to figure out what side I need to play on.
Mr. Lee, we do have to talk about that. We do have to talk about that. And that's what we didn't talk about last time. And I think that's why you're in this current trick bag. But let me ask you this, Mr. Lee. If it isn't that, why do you think she's not committing to you? Because you done brought all the good stuff to the table.
Yeah, 5 years ago when we came on the show, I didn't know. I was younger. It's 2018. I don't like labels because labels put you in a box.
No,
and that's
it ain't.
all people know you for. That's the first thing. If I say, oh, I'm gay. Oh, you know, Tyrese, he gay Tyrese. No, I'm not. I'm Tyrese. I'm a black, educated man who works very hard. I'm a provider. I love hard. I'm passionate. But when I'm with somebody, I am committed. We've been going through our ups and downs. During the down times, I tried a little to see if I liked it. I did. But I came right back to her, and that was over. When I came right back to her, I'm with her. So whether I'm with a male or female, when I'm with that person, that's who I'm committed to.
I got you. You're committed. I got you working hard. But the thing we got to get to, if you're gay or not. Because if you're gay, this ain't going to work.
The only gay I am is happy.
Well, we need to explore that because I understand more than happiness has been happening. Tell me what happened with that other guy.
One of my clients saw him out with another guy. And he just hit me up on IG, DM me the picture, and I asked him about it. One thing I will say about him is that he's not gonna lie to me. You know what I mean? He tried to brush it around, but
Is this the picture you saw?
light talk. No, see, none of the other pictures I got an issue with.
Those are the pictures he posts on IG?
Yeah, them the pictures he posts on IG. See, this is why I be saying, you know, I don't need everybody seeing what you working with. I said, what's this about? This hump day Wednesday, what's going on?
So you did cheat with a guy?
I did have an encounter. I did.
You did have an encounter, just
Right.
one.
It was just one time, Your Honor.
You said in your compatibility this time that you had a problem with his femininity.
When he's not having his way, he'll throw a tantrum. There's worse than a woman. And then the Instagram thing, that's a woman thing. All up in the mirror in the bathroom, taking pictures in your boxes, in your underclothes. I know, but I ask him, I say, Hump Day Wednesday, why you laying on the bed showing your butt? You got more butt than me. And his answer to me is, I'm just showing my gains. You know, I be in the gym. He's still in the gym. He was in the gym before we came here.
Well, the guy who hit you up on IG sent you a picture of him with somebody else. Who was that somebody else?
He told me that was his homeboy. I had seen him around before, but I didn't know that was his homeboy.
Ain't nobody else at home.
Well, somebody would be home if he went out at the gym all the time. Why do I gotta sit in the house?
Why do you have a problem with the gym?
Because that's where he found his homeboy at.
You say sex is not that important to you and she's a bit of a freak. Are you not sexually compatible?
I think we are, but when you get less and less of it, it's just you get used to it and you get tired of begging.
Do you believe you have a healthy sex life?
Oh, I've had a healthy sex life.
Oh, yes.
With him? I'm talking about with him. Oh, see there?
Oh, yeah.
You're talking about somebody else.
We finna get to the grits now.
Yeah, because when he was sitting here lying to y'all about it happened in his downtime, mine's happened after his time.
It still ain't right.
What the heck are you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Can you please tell it, because she speaks in riddles.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I know, let me tell it.
No, let him tell
I
it.
think I'm gonna put some seasoning on it.
Well, season it so I can taste
so
it.
I go
What's
over her
happening?
house, I'm watching TV, I fall asleep. I notice she keep going in and out the room, in the bathroom, and she taking her phone. And I'm peeping, but I'm kind of acting like I'm dozing off. So then she go downstairs. So I fall asleep, but then I wake up because I get thirsty. I like drinking water and juice at night. So I get up and get me a glass of water. So I'm coming down the stairs, and I see her at the kitchen table reading. I'm like, okay. So I go down and I walk up on her. I'm like, oh, I'm reading a letter, and it says, Bobby, inmate. So she want to go from sugar to somebody straight out the hood, a gutter snipe.
But for real, like I said, bro, it ain't about the money. It's not about the money. You can bring the money and the cars and the clothes and the purse, but if she ain't into you, she ain't gonna be into you. And if you not into her, which, hey, that's your decision, then don't be into her. Like, it ain't, I don't, like, what, man, I don't get why, this is crazy. This is crazy. I'm trying to understand, bro. If you don't like him and you don't like her, then what are we doing here? What are we doing here right now?
Straight out the hood, in jail, that can't do nothing for her. But she rather have that. So yeah, the loving got a little less. I started
wait
to
a minute.
kind of fall back a little.
Well,
Hey. You guys are still talking in riddles and around, so I've got somebody who's going to help me out. Ms. Russ, your sister is here to give me her point of view on what's going on. I don't know how I got to giving you a marriage license the first time. I don't know. I was on some kind of psychotropic drug or something. I don't know. I don't know how I got there. I think what I saw was two good people, but I'm not sure if you're two good people that are right for one another. So I have brought your sister here, Shawnee Bell. Would you come forward, please? Stand there next to your sister. And why don't you tell me what you think and what you see when you see these two together?
Well, Your Honor, honestly, I see confusion amongst them. But on the
Is he
other
gay?
hand-
Do you think he's gay? I don't understand. Because if they're not sexually compatible, family, no family, money, no, it doesn't matter.
When I first met Tyreek, it was in the back of my mind a little bit. Maybe he could be, but I know I couldn't really tell the difference between a metrosexual and a homosexual. So, I waited until firm evidence was presented. My sister's been talking to me about it, and I do believe that he's confused about who he wants to be with
I ain't
sexually.
confused.
You're not confused.
I know who I want to be with.
No.
I want to be with somebody that's loving, that will love me unconditionally.
See, he's trying to make me out to be like I was just this less of a woman. Like I ain't give him no love.
Stop.
That I
To be honest with you, you don't even know if he talking about you. He didn't say you. That's why I say, bro, you gotta pay attention. He said someone. He said someone. He didn't specify who. And again, bro, it ain't no, like, it is what it is. It can be him. It can be her. It can be another woman. It can be whatever you want it to be. But he didn't direct that to you.
didn't provide for him.
Never said
I
that.
wasn't sleeping with him and XYZ. But he was getting all of that until he stepped out of our relationship with the man.
With the man.
I could compete with another woman.
Right.
I ain't got what a man got.
Right. Do you believe he's gay?
I guess I have to say yes. You know.
But there is such a thing as bisexuality. And if
that's what I
somebody
think.
Can you like
if so-
pizza and Chinese food?
Yeah.
If he's bisexual, that doesn't mean he just likes guys. He can pick and choose
But I
because he likes both. and he can choose you and be satisfied with you like people do when they choose one man or one woman.
Now that is, I'm glad you said that, Judge Tyler. See, Your Honor, let me tell you, child.
Don't call me child.
I mean, Judge Tyler, Your Honor, let me tell you. I believe that he is bisexual. I don't have, if we're going to move forward as husband and wife, I need to be confident that I'm the one that totally completes Tyrese. You know, I don't want us to fall out, or he feel like I'm not giving him enough attention, or I feel like he's not giving me enough attention, and we both step out on each other while we're in a relationship. See, when he stepped out on me, we were together. When I did my thing, we were not together.
So you stepped out on him in revenge.
In revenge.
We was having our ups and
And
downs.
two wrongs don't make a right. Now, I ain't saying I was wrong. I mean, I was right for doing that. However, my friend was in place at the time when I needed somebody to talk to, even though he wasn't
she went
out in the
to
physical.
Florida too.
Yes, I did.
Was that Bobby from prison?
That was
Oh yeah.
him from
And
prison.
so you got to Bobby
In a halfway
from prison.
house.
In a halfway house.
We ain't go down the
Oh,
halfway.
Lord.
He's out now.
Yeah.
Okay, good enough, good enough. Ms. Bell, please sit down.
Yes.
Thank you very much for your assistance.
Okay.
I'm going to sit here for a minute, gather myself,
Just told
and try to say something intelligent. I'm going to say what I said last time, and then I'm going to say something else. I do believe you are two good people. I think you are well directed. I think you're kind. I think you're loving. I think that what I saw was two people who really cared about each other. But what I got a hint of that you didn't really want to explore was an issue that I think that I see a great deal in our community is women concerned about their guys being on the down low and being bisexual, and what a concern it brings to the table when you are not certain of his sexuality. And I think that you need to make a decision about what you are and are not comfortable with.
Right.
That's what you have to do. It doesn't have to do with your family, doesn't have to do with anything other than that. But that is a singular decision that you have to make, because that is the bottom line.
Right.
That you're afraid to commit to a guy that you believe still enjoys having sex with men. And I think that we are, as a community in general, often faced with that concern. My understanding is that bisexual people can choose who they want to be with, just like, you know, there's a lot of guys out there, I picked the one I wanted and kept him.
Right.
So that can happen, but you have to decide what you're comfortable with in your heart, and stop using all these other excuses and reasons for why we're not together, because underneath all of that, that is the issue. And Mr. Lee, you have to be honest with yourself, and you have to address what your needs and concerns really are. Don't worry about what other people think of you. Who cares? You really have to address what it is you want, who it is you want, and how you'd like to get it.
But I do.
Okay, well, but you're here. Absent the answer to that question, you two have no business being together on that level, because that underlies everything.
Correct.
So this second license that you brought to me, first time I gave it to you, this time, see what I'm gonna do? Gonna take it
Rip
and just rip it right up.
I knew it.
Tear it up. Find out who you are, find out what you're comfortable with, and then decide whether to get married. But whatever you do, if you decide to marry, not marry, don't come back here.
See, Your Honor?
It's
I
marriage.
knew you was gonna say that.
Boy, yeah, Trice. I didn't even know that was their name. Called up their engagement, ended their romantic relationship. They both say they're happy as best friends. She got a house, but he gave the new car and the ring. I went to public school. All right, man, listen, let's just be honest. Let's start it off and let's just be honest about the whole situation. It's 2024. Me personally, I don't believe that it's a quote-unquote big issue, whatever your preferences are. They even with the pronouns. You got pronouns aligned with that. You got all of that. It's a thing. It's not like how it was, man. When I was growing, yeah, I'm gonna take y'all there. When I was growing up, when I was in middle school and all of that stuff, bro, like, man, you couldn't get caught red-handed even thinking about, man. You know you'll get joked out of the classroom. You'll get punished. I'm talking about all day, every day. Joke 'em, joke 'em, joke 'em. So it's not like that, bro. It's not like that. It ain't like you gotta be down low, whatever the case may be. It ain't like that, bro. You will see two dudes walking down the street without anybody gonna stop them. Like, hey, you're totally wrong. You shouldn't be doing this. Like, you see the YouTube video, even the YouTube videos. I don't think it's a LGBTQ plus cop force out there that's there to take down all of the homo people. Like, bro, it ain't like that. It ain't like that, man. It's 2024. You just gotta be honest, bro. And that's what I feel like his problem was. And it could be true. I don't know, but maybe he do like both or whatever the case may be. But you gotta come to some type of solid understanding and be like, bro, this is what I'm rocking with, or this is what I'm not rocking with. And you gotta let her know. You gotta let her know, because at the end of the day, as a woman, she's still looking at you to be the leader, to make the decisions. Now, granted, like we saw, the finances and all of that, that's probably not a problem. He looked like he got that covered. They doing well. They well off. They in a good neighborhood. Cool. But like I said, at the end of the day, bro, as a man, if you're not, I don't want to say, yeah, you can be physically there, but if you're not mentally tapped in with it, if you're not locked in with it, then it's going to feel empty. It's going to feel empty. And I can tell you that from personal experience. Like, when you have a girl, when you got a girlfriend, wife, fiance, significant other, whatever you want to call it, when you're not there mentally, and when I say you're not being there mentally, mean like you're not really invested in her. You don't really, I ain't gonna say you don't care, but it's not like, you're not invested. You're not trying to better her or talk to her sometimes or something like that. Like, bro, you just not there. You don't really want her to be around, but because she said she want to be around, she come around. Like, and listen, this is not undefeated in 2024. Y'all know that, but yeah, I'm just being honest about it, bro. It's situations where, you really don't want to be, invested in the person that you should be investing with. And as a woman, I'm sure that they can feel that. They can feel that you can feel that as a woman and as a man. Just like if your girl don't really want you there. Now, they're a little bit better at trying to play it off, and we ain't going to get into that. But, yeah, bro, like, you can feel that. You can feel that as a human being. So I feel like that's what were they married? I feel like that's what the wife was going through. She was just like she probably ain't feel nothing. You don't feel anything. And that's another thing that I was going to get into about both of them. They fessed up to what they did, how they did it, where they did it, all of that. I can respect that. I can respect that. If you're going to keep it 100, no, that's not saying, that it's okay and, like, that should fly and, like, hey, I can look past it. My bad. I can look past it and all of that stuff. No, some things just not. Listen, some things just can't look past. You just can't look past, and that's okay. That's okay. That I said that that doesn't make you a bad person if it's something that you can't look past and you can't look past. But they was honest about that. They definitely did. They kept it honest about that. So I'm like, all right, cool. You can respect that. When I look at it, just me looking at it, thinking about it, like, damn, what would you do? Because that's ultimately why I make these videos, is to put us in a predicament, to be like, damn, if I was in a relationship, or if I was dating a person, like, what would I do in this situation? What would you do if your girl came home and threw a PlayStation at your head? What would you do if your boyfriend came home and burned all of your clothes? What would you do? Like, put yourself in that situation. I don't know. I'm rambling right now, but me thinking on it, what would I do if my girl came home and told me, man. Yeah. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that video, man. GTG, the family is love. And we out.